Also, both of you switch on your videos.
Okay.
So what is the last thing you people wrote down in your notebooks? Tell me.
Ma'am, characteristics of mesosomatic tissue.
Okay. So as far as the characteristics and everything about the plant tissue is concerned up until now, do you people have any doubts anywhere?
Can I explain this mesosomatic tissue once more?
Yes,
See, meristematic tissues are those tissues that have the capability to divide all their lives. Okay, they keep on dividing and dividing. And what happens is that these tissues are responsible for the growth of the plant in terms of its length, in terms of its thickness, and all of that. Okay, so when we talk about the meristematic tissue, always remember, since they have to divide all their lives, so they are very, you can say, it's like they are always in active cell division. Other than that, they can never be dead. They are always living tissue. Okay. So they continuously divide. They are responsible for increase in the height of the plant and also the thickness of the plant. Clear? Now
Yes.
let us look at the characteristics once more. So the characteristic of meristematic tissue, first of all, those tissues, they are thin wall. Okay, they have a thin wall and they are cellulosic. That means they are made up of cellulose. Now, the cells of the meristematic tissue, they divide actively and they are responsible for the growth of the plant in terms of its length, in terms of its thickness. Other than that, the cells of this particular tissue, they are in active cell division state, meaning they are constantly like dividing and dividing and dividing. And it is because of the presence of the meristematic tissue that the plants can divide all their life. You people know that the plants, they never stop growing, isn't it? Trees always grow and grow and grow. And why can they do that? It is because of the presence of the meristematic tissue. Is it clear? Now, since these tissues, they do not like have any storage requirements of such, they constantly keep on dividing. So that is why they do not, mostly do not contain vacuoles. They may contain it sometimes, but mostly they do not because they are always dividing. And as far as the shape is concerned, they can be spherical, oval, polygonal, rectangular, variety of shapes could be found. Now, the types of plant tissues, depending upon whether they can divide or not, they were of two types like this one. And okay, Hafsa's Kitty is also doing her class with us, isn't it? She is also learning about plant tissue. Okay, it's good. She'll be a knowledgeable cat. All right. So now, depending upon what is the location of the meristematic tissue, they are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Now, apical position is the tip position. So, wherever there are growing tips of the plant's body, in those areas, the apical meristem will be present. Apical means, the word apical itself means at the tip or the apex. So growing tip of the stem, growing tip of the roots, then the branches, axillary bud, in all of these areas, the apical meristem will be present. Now what happens is that these apical meristem, they're like always like constantly dividing and dividing, and they are very, very, very important as far as the growth of the plant is concerned in terms of length. So it's like when the plant has to become longer, the apical meristem works. Then comes the intercalary meristem. Now, where is this meristem present? It is located at the internode position. Now, what is an internode? See, on the plant's body, okay, the part from where the leaf arises or the part from where the branches arise, that part is called as the node, okay? And the region between, like if one node is here, if one node is here, so this region in between them, that will be called as the internode. Okay, so when we talk about the intercalary meristem, so it is located at the internode, meaning it is located between the two nodes of the stem. right? And what is a node? Node is that region or that point on the stem from where the leaves grow or from where the leaves are attached. Now, just like apical meristem, the cells of the intercalary meristem are also active and they are continuously dividing and dividing. And they are responsible for, again, increasing the length of the plant. So, apical meristem and intercalary meristem, these two meristems are very important as far as the particular, you can say, height of the plant is concerned. Is it clear? All right. Now, that was about the height of the plant or the length of the plant. Now, the plant just not grows like that. It grows like this also, isn't it? It grows in thickness as well. So, the thickness growth is because of the lateral meristem. Lateral means sideways position. So, what happens? Lateral meristem is located on the side of the stem, on the side of the root. Okay. Then what happens is that whenever these lateral meristems, when they divide, they increase the plants in terms of thickness. Okay, like there are many different words for that. So they increase the plant's thickness, they increase the girth or the diameter. All of these three things means the same. That means in this. Clear? So only the lateral meristem is responsible for the growth of the plant like this, and the apical meristem, the intercalary meristem, it grows the plant like this in terms of the length. Is it clear? Any doubts? Okay. After that, there comes the permanent tissues. Now, yes, Hafsa?
All three of them are the same thing, thickness, girth, and diameter. They're the same thing.
Yeah, it means the same. Thickness, girth, diameter means in terms of like this, broadening, all the three words. That is why I've put slashes. So even if you write one of it, it will be perfect. Clear? Now, this was all there is to know about the meristematic tissue. After that, there comes the permanent tissue. Now, permanent tissues are those tissues of the plants that do not divide anymore. Okay, they have lost the capability of division. So when we talk about the permanent tissues, so they originate from meristematic tissue, meaning when the meristematic tissue is like constantly dividing and all, then that is meristematic. But once the meristematic tissue stops dividing, it becomes a permanent tissue. Clear? So different types of permanent tissues, they are formed from the differentiation of the meristematic tissue. Now, what is differentiation? So, when we talk about differentiation, so it is the process of taking up a permanent shape, permanent size and function. So, when the meristematic tissue becomes a permanent tissue, it becomes fixed in size and shape and function. Clear? Whereas, the size of the meristematic tissue is not fixed. It's always growing, continuously growing. Talking about the characteristics of the permanent tissue, first of all, the cells, they have lost the power of division, meaning now they do not divide anymore. Okay, they can't divide. Second, they have a definite form and size. Okay, this is FORM. So, like they have a fixed shape, fixed size, fixed structure. Their structure do not change with time. Now, they are also responsible for carrying a specific function because they are fully differentiated, meaning they are fully mature. So, they can only perform one specific function. They can't do multiple things at once. Now, the permanent tissues, they can be dead or they can be living. Both the kinds are found. If they are dead, they will always be providing support. If they are living, they will be, you can say, providing different like storage and stuff, but they will not grow. Okay, they'll not increase the height or width or nothing. Now the permanent tissues, they have a thick cell wall. If you remember meristematic tissue, they had thin cell wall. But here they have thick cell wall. And since they are not dividing, so they have large vacuoles for storage purpose. Whereas in the particular this thing meristematic tissues, vacuoles may be present or may not. Is it clear? Does anyone have any doubts? Alice, what about you? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Are you listening?
Yes,
Okay. You sit in such a way that I feel like you are lost. You're gone. I feel like I'm doing, hello, can you see me? You're there now, you're listening to me?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. All right, now you people note down till here, then we'll move forward.
Ma'am, what is written after a branches and?
Auxiliary bud. See, I'll tell you. For example, this look at this picture. This is the stem, okay? And from the point from where the leaf is coming out, so it's like if this is the stem, wait. See, if this is the stem and from this point the leaf is coming out, so the angle that is being made here, this is called as the axil, okay? And if the axil has a bud in it, then we call that bud as axillary bud, meaning the bud that is present at the axil of the plant. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom, could you scroll down?
Yes, everyone's done till here. Shall I scroll down?
Yes, ma'am. Can you scroll down?
Yes, everyone's done. Did you people draw this part? This you draw so that you'll remember what is a
No, I
node and
did
what
not.
is an internal. You draw this.
I'm done, ma'am.
Done.
Yes, everyone's done till here.
Just a minute, I'm in the location part.
Okay.
I'm done now. Mom, are we also supposed to draw the little yellow diagram on the side?
The same thing, dear. Whatever you've drawn up, that's the same. Okay? Like I'm showing nodes and internodes only, so it's the same thing. You don't have to.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is written after of?
Where dear, the different types of permanent tissues are formed from the differentiation of the meristematic tissue.
No,
This part
from
only.
like
Hmm.
no, not this line. It is the process of
Taking up,
taking.
taking up a permanent shape, size, and function.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm done with this now.
Yes, everyone's done till here.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Done.
No, ma'am. Not valid.
Everyone's done till here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
So everyone's done till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now moving forward, this particular permanent tissue, it is further of two types, simple permanent and complex permanent. So the first thing that we are going to see is the simple permanent tissue. So for example, if I show you these two drawings, okay. Now, can you people tell me what is the difference between one and two?
In the first one, it's made of only a specific type of particle, but then the second one's made up of two different types of particles.
Yes, exactly. So if you see here in both the pictures, the situation one, all the components of this particular one is the same spherical shape. Whereas here you see different shapes present. So this is what is the basic difference. Simple permanent tissues are those kind of tissues that are made up of one type of cells. Whereas complex permanent tissues are those kind of tissues that are made up of multiple different kinds of cells. So now talking about the simple permanent tissues, like I said, these are the kind of tissues that are made up of only one type of cells. Further, the simple permanent tissues, it is of three types. parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Okay, these are the three types of simple permanent tissues. The first one is parenchyma. This is one of the most primitive kind and the most basic kind of tissues that are found as far as the permanent tissues are concerned. Okay, so this is the most common tissue in the plant's body and it's most abundant also. Like a lot of tissues that are there in terms of permanent tissues, they are parenchymatous. Okay, now talking about the parenchyma, so it is the tissue that is living. Okay, none of the tissues are dead. It is a living tissue, living permanent tissue. The shape may vary and it can be spherical, it can be oval, like it can be present in different shapes. But to remember one thing is that all of the cells of this tissue, they are of one type only. You will not find different types of cells in one. You will rather find one type of cell in this one tissue. The cell wall is thin and it is made up of cellulose. The cells of this tissue, they are loosely packed. Okay, they are not like arranged very sticking to each other. No, they are like loosely arranged throughout. And in between them, since they are loosely arranged, so they have large intercellular spaces present in them. Also, they have a big central vacuole. Central vacuole means the vacuole that is present in the middle. And they have a dense peripheral cytoplasm. Peripheral cytoplasm means on the periphery cytoplasm is there and major space is occupied by vacuole. Always remember wherever vacuole will be present, that area will be responsible for storage purpose. Okay, so mostly they are found in the soft parts of the plant such as the cortex of the root, the ground tissue in the stem, and the mesophyll of the leaves. They're like found in most of the soft parts, not the hard parts of the plant. Talking about the function of the parenchyma, it is the storage of food. It is very important for storage purpose. Okay, that is why it has such a big vacuole. The presence of such a big vacuole tells us that it is responsible for storage. Now, depending upon the life of the plant, where it lives and everything, the parenchyma, it can be modified. Okay, according to different needs, the parenchyma can be modified or it can be specialized. Clear, students? Any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now, you people note down till here. First of all, you people draw this one. Okay. The heading you write down, types of permanent tissues.
I'm done with this one.
All right, everyone's done till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.